Hermione from the Harry Potter series is a great female role model. She's brave, smart, and creative. I've made a tutorial for young artists that has all her trademark features, but is still very easy to draw. Hi, my name's Kathy, and I've been teaching kids how to draw for over 20 years now. You know, my favorite thing to do is to show students that when you take things one step at a time, learning how to draw just might be easier than you think. The only supplies you need for this project are a sheet of drawing paper, a pencil, thin black marker, and a few crayons. You can also find a link to a free step-by-step tutorial in the description below. Just as a quick review, I do like to work with center pencil guidelines on my paper. They're also on all of my tutorials, and they really do help you use the entire sheet of paper when you draw. Let's begin by drawing Hermione's face. I'm going to make some dots to plan and then connect so that I end up with a large, wide U shape like this. To close off the top of her face, let's add some bangs that are just kind of going up and down in a random fashion. The actual features on her face can be pretty simple. Let's draw some circles for her eyes, add lines for her brows, and a nose, and a simple mouth. Now Hermione is wearing her school uniform, which has a V-shaped neckline. So let's add some lines for the collar and just the top of a tie. Let's move on to her black robe, which starts with just the two sides. They're straight lines that are going down and are even with each other. Now for her left arm, it's pretty easy. It's just hanging down and has a simple hand below, which is holding a wand. On her right side, she's going to be holding a large book, which I guess could be a book of spells or something. Let's draw it first at kind of an angle. Begin with the rectangle and then add the sides to it so it has some dimension. And when that book is done, then be sure to erase any lines inside because we want to look like the book is in front of her robe. Now her bent arm on the right is going to be added on top of the book. Just draw it first as an overlapping shape and add a hand at the end of that sleeve. And then when you're done, be sure to erase any lines inside the sleeve because we now want it to look like it's in front of the book. The rest of her clothes are pretty simple. Just add some lines for her skirt and then the legs below the skirt. They can be really simple, just some half circles for the feet. The final details of her clothes are to add sock lines and a line for the back of that robe. Now for Hermione's famous hair, start at the top of her head, draw a wavy line down to her elbows. When one side is done, then draw the other side, which is just as wavy and just as long. To give her a little bit of a background, let's start with a horizon line. To make the background a little more interesting, I'm going to draw a castle kind of silhouette on the right side with just a few tower shapes and flags on the top and maybe a window or two. When that's in place, the other side could be a little easier. I'm just going to draw some mountains. And finally, a moon in the sky will give it more of a nighttime feel. All right, it looks like our pencil drawing is done. So now it's time to get that black marker and start carefully tracing over all those lines so we can see them really well. When the tracing is done, it's time to take a moment to erase any pencil lines that might still be showing. Now it's time to color. Let's bring out that brown crayon and fill in her hair and that little wand shape. Hermione's robe and shoes need to be black. Her uniform is gray, which is also true for her stockings. I'm going to color my book red, but feel free to use whatever color you want. Her face and hands are a kind of peachy color. That grass is going to be green. And the silhouette in the background, a purple color. And a blue for the sky. So there you have it. Now you know how to draw Hermione, which means you can now make up your own stories about her. If you enjoyed this video, then check out my website, Art Projects for Kids, where you'll find more Harry Potter projects, including one for drawing Harry himself and his friend Ron Weasley. Also, make sure you don't miss any of my new videos, which go up several times a week. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get a notification when that happens.